In the last 3 years, we have seen unprecedented changes in society. These changes challenge every major paradigm that has shaped our lives, nations, cultures, and communities. It is during times like these that we turn inward for truth. I too began to question the meaning of my existence and the meaning of success. Often, through these quiet, contemplative reflections, we come to find our purpose, our giftings, and even, as some would say, our calling in life. I choose to use my gifts in the service of goodness for the collective. After spending nearly 3 decades in the world of direct marketing, I have witnessed broad spectrum of changes in our industry. Having built a global organization that generated billions of dollars in sales, I have learned invaluable lessons in business and in life. I have been called to start a project that honors 2 words: love and contribution. I am building a global community that is focused on the well-being of everyone around us, physically, financially, and spiritually. With that said, get ready, for you're about to be a part of something meaningful, fun, and genuinely profound. It is time to get excited and rise to the calling of something far greater than what has been.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Whether it's good morning, whether it's good evening, wherever you may be in this world, as Kim just said it in that video, impacting the global community, and she's creating a global community, and we're all a part of it. I am so honored to be here tonight with you for this Empowerment Tuesday. My name is Holly DeMott, and I have 15 years of experience in this industry, in this profession. And now I'm with the platform of 3, which I could not be more excited about. Some of you have seen me on the blitzes. Some of you have been around the 3 world and have seen me. The blitzes have been electric. So if you're on tonight because you've seen a blitz and you're on again to hear more of what this company is about, I welcome you. I will, and welcome you over and over again, and everyone that's on, because this company is a dream. It's an absolute dream with what we're creating. And I love that we can say still, we're just under a year old. That's coming up though. Our pre-launch anniversary is coming up February 20th, coming up. Oh my gosh, just over a month. Well, let's talk about the blitzes for a second. So the blitzes have been happening. Thank you so much, of course, to everyone involved. It's been a team effort with, so far, Amy Dunlap has talked, Julianne Langerstrom, Adrian Ruiz, Lance Smith, Gilbert Indy last night, and it's going to continue rolling. So stay tuned for the ones tomorrow, and you're going to hear who's talking on those. We do have some new faces for you, and those are at the same times that they've been going. It's 9 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Pacific, and 5 p.m. Pacific. So those are rolling through the 13th. Use those. Make sure you're tapping into those and inviting, which we will be talking about a little bit tonight with the Project 100. Okay, so the Project 100, Amy Dunlap kicked us off 1 week ago with the Project 100. I know I've been playing a little bit of catch up with some people where they're just getting back in through the new year of okay, what's going on? And it's there's trips announced, there's Project 100, there's events this week. Right now, as I speak, there's one going on in Dallas. In 2 days, on Thursday, there's an event with Kim Wee, with Samson Lee, and other leaders in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, right outside of Philadelphia, right outside of Jersey. If you know anyone in the area, invite them to come and hear. And you'll see those events posted, of course, on the Spark WhatsApp group. So check that out. Check with your local leader. So speaking of inviting to the blitzes, And what else would you invite to? You're inviting people to take a look. You're asking them to take a look. What this starts with is this sheet. So this is a blank one. And the whole idea is you print this off, you fill this in with names 1 through 100. Names that you're going to ask. And then once you ask, you check mark. Once they watch something, you highlight, and that starts your pipeline. So the pipeline, I like how I learned this, 15 years of experience. I learned that 30 people in my pipeline is key. 30 people that have taken a look, and my role is to follow up, see if there's additional information before they need to get started, see what else I can plug them into. So 30 people really is the goal for your pipeline. Well, where does that start? So many of you may be like, hey, I can fill out names all day, Holly. And some of you may be like, I cannot fill out names. And I remember being on a call back in my early days, and that's when we had the yellow pages. And he said, go through the yellow pages and look at all the professions, account it. And we have that sheet in the wow for you. There's a sheet there that lists professions. If you go through that and you list out anyone and everyone you may know, that's, a beautician, that's accounting, that does changes your oil. I mean, literally it's endless of the contacts you can make of people that you have interactions with to fill this list. And you never know who you're going to come across with that needs this. They're praying for an answer, and this is it. Okay, so 1 is filling it out. 2 then is reaching out. So reaching out, all of this takes action, right? And when we talk about creating momentum, and it's momentum not only within your team, but it's momentum within you, because we have to be called to action to do this. This takes effort. But I like it to be seamless effort. I like it for it not to feel like effort. It happens with ease, right? So with that, where it starts is the fuel behind it is your why. Your why. If you have not done the WOW workbook yet, I'm telling you, it's amazing to start there. Though it starts with the why at the very top. Every single one of us has a different why of why we do this. Every single one of us. I could look at all the names on here, and we all are coming to this for, maybe it's community, maybe it's the trips that are out. You're like, that's a new why for you. And yes, it goes into the bank account. Yes, it's impacting people. Yes, it's taking that vacation that you never thought you could take your family on, and that's what you're going for. Or your child's turning 16 and you're like, I'd love to buy him a car. Whatever your why is, that's truly where it starts, because that is going to fuel your passion. And passion is what people hear in our voice. When we're reaching out to people, I want to make sure that you're not just reaching out using the scripts with just the same monotone voice. So Amy has scripts for us right here. In case you didn't print these off or see them, grab those. But you want to look at yourself in the mirror when you're saying it. Just like right now when I'm talking to you, I can see myself smile and my voice changes, right? My eyes glisten when that happens. So if you're talking to someone in person, you need to check in with yourself. Check in and check where your energy is. And I'm not meaning energy as in oh my gosh, I just drank a cup of coffee and it's not that. It's the energy that people can feel from the interaction with you. Just by being close to you or hearing your voice over the phone or hearing that voice message or that text message voice, that speaks volumes. And how you check in with yourself is, what kind of mood are you in? And a tip of mine that I like to do if I'm not in a great mood, which I try to stay away from that. I try to be in a really good mood. And it's not only just chipper. It's just me feeling confident that I know where I'm going with 3. I know where I'm going and I trust the process. So trusting the process is such a key component. And I will tell you all, the whole word of 3, I trust the process of where we're going. I trust the process that Kim has led us on. I trust Daniel Piku when he's leading us and showing us what he's, gifts that he's giving us to move forward in this business. And trusting that process leads into trusting yourself, which then is your confidence. And try this when you're leaving these asks right here. I want you to look in the mirror and do the ask. If you're leaving a voice text of your calling, look in the mirror. How do you look? Because that's going to translate. And, stand up taller. One thing that I love to do it gives me strength and it gives me power is to raise my arms. Maybe not while I'm on the phone, unless it's on speaker, but that just gives me strength, gives me confidence. Try that. And I have an affirmation for you guys, as far as you creating what you want. And it's, I am a momentum and manifestation machine. I am a momentum and manifestation machine. Just repeating that, put your arms and saying that, put your arms up and saying that, because you're creating this momentum. Imagine that, the train gets going and it gets going faster and faster and faster. Like that's what you're creating. And eventually what happens, like, you're just like, wow, this team is growing, one after the other. Oh my gosh, another one came in. Okay. I was just somewhere and I had another cycle pop up. You guys, those are the best feelings, and tap into those and feel those. I am a person that loves to visualize. I love to visualize. And some powerful times for me to visualize is right before I go to sleep. It's that last thought that I have before my eyes close and I go to sleep for the night. And visualizing the team. And it doesn't have to be specific people. I don't do that. I visualize just the team just going, and I visualize the back office, and I visualize the cycles, the volume, celebrating rank advancements within the team, seeing those team members on stage and how excited they are. And it's emotional, because imagine when you achieve whatever rank, and it's not necessarily rank, but it's knowing you did it and you're impacting people around you. And yes, that impacts your paycheck. Yes, that impacts that deposit that we get every single Friday. Thank God. And imagine that, visualize it, bottle it, feel it, because that's going to go into you. It's going to, again, you're a momentum and you're a manifestation machine. And that helps to create this momentum. And energy like this is contagious. It's contagious. So with you having this 10 feet tall and bulletproof confidence, then what's going to happen to the people around you? That's going to happen. They're going to feel it. They may even be like, I don't know what's going on with Holly, but I want to do what she's doing. Like that's what happens. And I want that for all of you. I want it for all of you, where you believe, you trust the process. You're 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And you say, I am, and say it right now, I am a momentum and manifestation machine. I am. So it starts with your why. Your energy is so much. When you walk into a room, even say positive things to get yourself standing tall. You never know where you're going to meet your next enrollment. You never know. It could be in, at a restaurant. It could be whether you're going to get a massage, wherever it may be. It could be on the airplane. And your energy is what attracts people. So it's not so much of what you say. Have you heard the saying, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person? I believe in that most of the time. So I do like to tweak words, of course, but it's so true. The more that you're around it, the more that you're around verbiages, you're hearing people talk, and ask people within your team, say, well, how would you ask someone to take a look? Exchange ideas like that. That helps to grow, to know verbiage and what's working. One aha that I had this last week, I was actually talking with Kim, and we had a really great talk, and she sparked something inside of me. And it made me really think, what are we leading with? Are we leading with product, or are we leading with business? I always like to say, but it's both. It's both. I tend to lean towards business. That's because the timing of where we're at right now in this company, this is a time we're not going to get back, where people can join right now. When we just finished up the founder, yes, but they're coming in now with the builder and they're coming in with the pro, knowing there's more to come. Like, this is the time we're not going to get back. So one of the key things I like to say is, I'm with a company that is a dream company for me. It checked every single box with leadership, with the financial rewards plan, with the team, with the direction we're going. And it's a ground floor opportunity. It's a company that I am so happy I got in the beginning, because chances like this don't come around often. And by the way, they have 6 amazing products that I will not go a day without. Okay, what I just said, do you guys get that? I'm talking company, business, opportunity, all in that front end. And by the way, there's 6 phenomenal, amazing products that I will not go without any day of my life. I will take these products. They're that good. So what did I just do there? I created curiosity. Wow. Oh, these products. Wow. But it was at the very end. I didn't lead with products, because my conversation is so much is business. By the way, yes, you can check out these studies. Oh my gosh, it's going to check every box. Like, these products are like none I've ever seen. My skin has never looked better. It's never looked better, with the texture, with the glow, with not seeing fine lines. And I've never had anything done. I've never had injections, and I feel phenomenal. And it's so much with these products of beauty inside out. That is what I say to people. I love to go beauty inside out. I love to talk community, but I don't stick on the product topic. And that's a whole slippery slope. I'm just going to say that it's a slippery slope. I don't go into talking about someone's, ailments or blah, 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 blah. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to do that. I can tell them these are proactive products and what they've done for me. And we have testimonials that blow my mind every single day. And this business, if you're open, would you be open to taking a look? All I want people to do is be open to taking a look. I'm not trying to sell them. It's the ask. We're asking them to take a look. And then I'll say, I know it's worth your time. Not believe, not think. I know it's worth your time. Okay, so those are some of the languaging things that I like to say. And like I said before, those take tweaking and work with people on that. You take some notes of what I just said, and look back at presentations for what people have done and take things that they like. One of the things with being in this industry, and especially the platform 3, we have the best trainers. We have the best trainers here. Do you know that? And it's all free. It's all free that you get to access it. So I love to take notes when I'm watching presentations, plugging in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, notes. And whether I use those notes or not, it's going in. It's going in. And yes, sometimes I'll look back and read the notes. I just look back at notes I had from Samson. And that is being a student. And just know what we're doing here with this ask sheet, what we're doing with creating momentum, trusting the process, it's practice. So many times we are so hard on ourselves. We're like, no one's taking a look. I'm getting no's. And you know what? That's okay. Next. But I like to know my numbers. So this sheet here is way more than just a challenge for a t-shirt, which I can't wait. That's good. But this is more, because as I would look at this and say, gosh, I'm getting people telling me they're not even going to take a look. And then I would go back and say, what am I saying? Or what is my energy behind this? What's my intention asking them? Am I only texting? Do I need to voice it? Like, look at your results and change it up. Don't be stuck in your ways. Okay. Do not be stuck in your ways. Be coachable. Coachable is like my favorite attribute with working with people. and I'm coachable. I have to start though with me being coachable. Okay. So with this, look at your numbers and know, where am I falling short? And then that's where you're going to tweak it. Okay. I'm not getting yeses for the ask. I'm not even getting return messages. Okay. It may be something in your tone. It may be in the messaging platform you're using. It could be in the verbiage that you're using. So that's where you need to check in with those and tweak them. Go to your enrolling sponsor. Talk about this. Go to your 3-star elite that is up above you. Talk with them about it and say, hey, would you just look at my numbers with me? And what's some verbiage? What could I do? What do you think? Do I need to call people more? What, you just go through the different ways. That's what I do. I like to change it up. And I absolutely don't give them everything up front. I'm really big with creating curiosity because I want them to be curious. I don't say the name of the company when I reach out because I want them to be curious. Yes, they could probably look at my social media and find it. Absolutely. I'm not hiding it. However, I'm not going to give them everything up front. I want them to reach out, especially when I'm like, hey, I'm doing something new. This is the biggest project that I've ever been involved in. It's a $1 billion project. I'm partnered with top leadership, people that have more success in this industry than I have ever been around. And we are just embarking on our first anniversary of our pre-launch. And by the way, they have 6 amazing products that I would never go a day without. My skin has never looked better. I have energy. I don't need that afternoon pick me up anymore. I sleep awesome, and I hear everyone else's testimonies. Would you be open to take a look? You guys, there we go. This should just roll off your tongue. And people will say, well, it just rolls off your tongue so easily. Okay, it's practice. So that's where I have learned not to be so hard on myself. I practice. I'll even practice in the car. Like I practice all the time. But even when I'm talking with people, it's practice and not being turned off by no. Many people you'll find don't actually really say no. They actually would rather ghost you or whatever. And so when people are telling me like, people aren't getting back to me or people, this is like, okay, let's see what you're doing. Let's change it up a little bit. And taking the no's when they do, it's like offering people gum. And if they say, hey, no gum for me, I'm like, okay, no problem. I don't take offense to it. Okay. So what's the affirmation? I am a momentum and manifestation machine. This starts with your why. Know your energy. Check in with yourself before you're calling people, before you walk into a room. Have the confidence with your business right now that you are sure as if it's happening. You are sure as if it's happening. That type of confidence. Do not let doubt creep in. Doubt, ugh, I just say ick. That's how I feel about doubt. You don't have doubt come in at all. You're sure as if it's happening. You're partnered with a whole group of leadership. You have 6 amazing products. You're a part of a company that is setting records in this industry. And we have tools that people can plug into every single week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, every single week. And then live events also. The Blitz is happening all this week. Okay. So building momentum. I am fired up, as you can tell. I love talking about getting better. One of my favorite words is Kaizen because it's change for the better. It's about getting better. And 2024 is a year for all of us to do this and celebrate together. Celebrate together in Hong Kong coming up in March. Celebrate Salt Lake City coming up in August. I was just looking at places for that today. And for everyone this week, though, get to work on the invite list, the ask, have fun with it. Turn up some music before you do it. That always puts me in this mood of like, okay. I love to turn on music before I do it. I love to get centered. And I end up having so much fun with it where I'm actually like, who else can I reach out to? Like that's the energy behind it. Because when you have that energy with it, and I was told this, I believe Dr. Darren told me this, and then I saw it pop up. It was don't ever cook angry, because that angry energy goes into the food. It's so similar with inviting. You want to be in this good energy when you are inviting. And then it just takes one person to partner with you and create even more momentum and let it grow. And the biggest difference makers, that's consistency and discipline. That is what the difference makers are. Consistency and discipline, not doing the start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. You guys, if you want to build slow, you go start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. If you want to build slower, you lead with the products more so. I'm telling you, use this as a gift of what we have with the company and with the business to share the gift of financial wellness. And I talked about it in one of the blitzes today. So many people come into the New Year's with resolutions, and it's always has to do with health, getting in their best shape. And it's always has to do with making more money and finances and getting out of debt and all that. It's actually the financial piece is actually more popular of a request of a goal than the health part. And we have answers for both, right? So lead with that. Have confidence, be sure as if it's happening. Lead with the business piece of it. And the more that you do that, the practicing, the more you're going to feel comfortable. It's going to roll off your tongue. And you know what? All of a sudden you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this person is signing up with a pro pack. And it's just like happening. So it takes, yes, numbers. That's why we're doing this 100 ask. It takes numbers. And it takes practice. It takes tweaking. It takes falling down and getting back up. I love yoga. The hardest part is getting there and putting their mat out. That's what they say. You can say that about the gym too, right? You go to the gym and you pay the membership, whether you go or not. Well, you get there. Once you get there, then you're like, oh, it feels so good to be here. Same thing with yoga. You get on the mat and I'm like, oh man, why don't I come do this every day? And that's the same thing though. You get on that mat, and there's some days it's not so great. Your moves aren't good. You're not as flexible and whatever, right? And the heat and the hot yoga is just really getting to you. That's some days with this. But you know what? You keep going. You keep going and you practice and you practice and you practice. And I'm here to tell you, after 15 years of experience, I'm still learning. I am a student right now. And know that you're going to pass on your experience and your gifts to everyone around you and the people that you bring in. So have trust in the process and trust in yourself. Okay, we'll see you on more blitzes. Everyone that's going to be out in PA on Thursday, I'll see you in PA. I get on my flight tomorrow. Cannot wait to dress in cold weather clothes. Got my little Uggs out, and I got to find my gloves and all that stuff too. Okay, everyone, have an amazing Tuesday night. I can't wait to hear more about the blitzes and the success you all are having from them. Okay, awesome, you guys. Bye, everyone.